established. And you know, if all you work in is government, that's the process you're thinking. That's how your mind works. All I've worked in is the private sector, so I got to say I have a natural predisposition not to think government knows what it's doing. Because every bureaucrat that came in through my front door thought it was his job to throw obstacles at my feet. Forgive me, but I always thought it should have been his job to help usher me through the process. Because I'm creating jobs and wealth and all of those things and paying taxes. But again, we're killing the goose in this country. It's not government's job to create jobs and opportunities. It's government's job to create the environment for it. We don't do that well enough.
Where do you stand on, if you were elected to the Senate healthcare bill?
I would like to try to fix it before I rescind it, but I think that it worry you when it was, if you can't afford something. I mean, one of the things that convinced so many people that this health care bill was worth having was that we were going down the road of perdition and bankruptcy with the way we had it. Well, we just hit the accelerator. We're going down that road twice as fast. This bill did not address quality of care or cost. And until you address those things, it's not reform.
Or the abuse of it either.
Or the abuse, or the personal responsibility.
You never hear anything about, people.
People need to be more invested in their own health. Everybody says that. We need more competition. We need more transparency. What does it cost here or there? I don't know. I go to the doctor's. I don't know if it's $800 or $8,000. And I should know. I should make it my personal mission to know. I don't, because they pay insurance. And frankly, there's no benefit to me to find out. But we need to get back to those kinds of things that make sense to us all. So I'm not special. What I have is somebody who's blessed to be able to do something like this. I'm smart enough to be able to understand things as I get them. And again, it's something I believe in, like you do. And I would say that everybody here ought to be doing what I'm doing. I mean, I know that's not practical, but just because you're going to get a whole bunch of people stand up in front of you Saturday and tell you what they're going to do or how they think, and they're going to try to excite you to be part of what they want. You got to remember what they say. And when they come back after you vote or don't vote for them, the message has to be, do what you say you're going to do. But don't come back to us because we're not voting for you. And that's not the message. Politicians are convinced that they can fool all of the people, almost all of them. And there's no reason to believe others do. We got lives to live. I don't want to watch what everybody's doing.
My father told me when I was a small boy, if somebody's trying to give you something, they're looking for something for the house. You know what you're talking about.
One of the things that is key to the Tea Party, our Tea Party, and I'm sure others, is the fact that we get ourselves well informed on the issues. And it takes a lot of time. If I weren't retired, I'd probably not be able to do it. But also to then pass that information on
Sure.
and educate others. Get them involved in the whole process that, unfortunately, a lot of us relinquished years ago. And while we weren't guarding the chicken coop, the foxes got in there.
How strictly will you watch the Constitution?
And the first thing you do when you go to Congress is you hold up your right and put it to your heart and you swear to protect the Constitution. That's the very first thing you do.
So, as far as Arizona is concerned, they have a right to life. They have a right to protect the borders if they're not being protected. If it came up in Congress.
Well, it's been playing out now, isn't it? I mean, you saw today they announced that they're going to sue Arizona. So we're going to get a chance to watch the constitutional process as regards to that issue play out in our court system. And that's why probably, I don't really, who's president one time or another matters a lot, but who's Supreme Court person matters a hell of a lot.
That's right.
And that's where, if you have a particular bent on that, put your attention on it. It really matters. Politicians come and go, but the Supreme Court protects everything that we understand.
They're going to drag it out long enough with this foolishness until they can get Kagan in, and then they've got majority votes, and then they've got it right. But I'm a little cynical.
Well, no, they don't Mandatory though.
I don't know why.
It'll still be troublesome.
But, you know, the point is, one of the things that bothers me about this job that I'm doing now is that I find that there are a lot of people who have hard attitudes, but don't back them up with information. I prefer to learn first and understand first, then develop what it is. And I have core beliefs. I believe that people should be honest, should be fair, you know, all those things. But you do run into a lot of people who forget that fundamentally this country is a fairly tolerant one, and that in order for my rights to be protected, I need to fight as hard for your rights and your rights. And that's maybe harsh for people to hear, but it is true that what makes us close as a country and as a people, and what makes the 4th of July so special to a guy like me, is that we can all be different and yet have this one thing in common, and that's the fact that we love the liberty to be who we are, as long as we live within the law. And it's important to understand that, because you can't ask someone else to do something that you're not willing to do, and you can't also ask somebody to do something you wouldn't want done to you. We lose sight of that. And I have the independence nomination, the conservative, and the Republican one. And I'm probably 80% of it, you know, with those people in terms of what they would like, all the boxes they would like to check. But I would like to think that at the end of the day, integrity still matters, that people are comfortable if they know you want to do the right thing and that you're willing to go through the process to get there. I'm always suspicious of anybody who shows up knowing everything. I want somebody who asks questions and tries to understand